Jack and Rose, a Titanic tale. Jack was a young artist from England, traveling to America with dreams of building a better future. Rose, a kind-hearted girl from a well-off family, was sailing with her parents to start a new life. Though their worlds were different, fate brought them together on the deck of the Grand Titanic. One evening, Jack was sketching the sunset when a sudden breeze blew Rose's scarf onto his lap. As he picked it up, their eyes met. Rose smiled politely, and Jack, though usually confident, found himself shy. "I believe this is yours," he said, handing it back. "Thank you," Rose replied, glancing at his sketches. "You draw beautifully." And just like that, a friendship was born. Over the next few days, Jack and Rose often crossed paths. They talked about their dreams. Jack wished to open an art gallery, while Rose longed for a life beyond society's strict expectations. She admired Jack's free-spirited nature, and he was drawn to her gentle kindness. One afternoon, they stood at the bow of the ship, watching the endless ocean. "Have you ever felt like the world is too big, yet you're stuck in a small corner of it?" Rose asked. Jack nodded. "That single quote's why I travel, to find where I truly belong." Rose sighed. "I envy that freedom." Jack looked at her with warmth. "You don't need to travel the world to be free, Rose. You just need to follow your heart." His words lingered in her mind long after. Their friendship deepened, but there was an unspoken feeling growing between them. Jack admired Rose from afar, always respecting her boundaries. Rose, too, found herself looking for him in every crowd. One evening, they walked along the deck under the moonlight. "I don't think I've ever been this happy on this ship," Rose confessed. Jack smiled. "Then let's make this moment last." They sat side by side, sharing stories and laughter. As the night grew colder, Jack gently draped his coat over Rose's shoulders. It was a simple gesture, but it meant everything. Their happiness was cut short when, late one night, the Titanic struck an iceberg. Panic spread across the ship. Jack and Rose found each other in the chaos, their faces filled with worrying. "You need to get on a lifeboat," Jack urged. Rose shook her head. "Not without you." Jack held her hands firmly. "You must, Rose. You have a future waiting for you." Tears filled her eyes, but she knew he was right. With great reluctance, she boarded a lifeboat, watching as Jack stayed behind. "I will never forget you, Jack," she whispered. He smiled bravely. "And I'll always be with you." Rose survived the tragedy, but Jack did not. Yet, his words, his kindness, and his love stayed with her forever. She lived the life he had encouraged her to, one of freedom and purpose. Years later, as an old woman, Rose sat by the ocean, holding one of Jack's sketches. "You were right, Jack," she whispered. "I found my heart." The end.